You're watching Throttle House. I'm Thomas.
And I'm James.
And this is a drag race.
Okay, a little review of the CX90 awaits us later in the video, but when we first saw the CX90, we said, Mazda has built a BMW. So what happens when you get the real thing and put them together in a quarter-mile drag race? And we might as well add the Mercedes offering while we're at it. All three have turbocharged inline sixes, horsepower numbers that are healthily into the 300s, and the ability, if optioned, to seat 7 people. The only difference is the price delta between a fully spec'd Mazda CX-90 and even the base versions of these competitors is huge. So, let's have at it.
Okay, the CX-90 is beset on all sides by German SUV royalty. And that is thank you to Mercedes-Benz Oakville for the GLE and to Pfaff BMW for the X5, without which this day would not have been possible. And we've worked with those dealerships many times and have nothing but good things to say about them. Speaking of good things to say, very quickly, I'm in the CX-90. What a lovely place to be. I'm seeing Kodo design. I'm seeing Takumi craftsmanship. I'm seeing lack of visual noise, and it does have some quite good performance numbers now. I have lived with this for a few days though, and I will say that it doesn't feel tuned. It doesn't feel slow, but it doesn't feel tuned in such a way, at least off the line, that it could beat the Germans. I don't think it's got a good chance here. But we will do it, and we will do a roll race. And if that doesn't pan out, I have a backup plan for the CX-90 that may save it some face. And preserving their face in Japan is a very important cultural thing.
Okay, I'm in the BMW X5. This is probably BMW's all-around best product right now, which is a bit sad. But it looks good, it goes quickly, it's comfortable, it feels like a BMW. Everything's pretty easy to use. I like it. I'm not going to use launch control, actually, because those two don't have launch control. And the launch control in this, like most BMWs these days, means it takes off the line like a recently branded bull. So I'm just gonna brake torque it and probably still win, to be honest. And there's even a more powerful version of this coming out later this year. So for now, this is a 2023 X5 40i, and they don't stand a chance. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Go on, CX-90, no!
Goodbye.
As predicted, they're off. They're absolutely off.
Yeah. Was there really ever a question?
Ooh, I'm even with them now, though.
This thing is massively underrated. And I win.
I just want to check with you.
Yeah.
When you were driving, did it allow you to truly feel the pleasure of acceleration and driving itself and enjoy life in your own way with a sense of excitement? Because in here, if I kept, the high quality, powerful and smooth performance of the straight six engine dramatically improves the driving feel and enjoyment of driving, while at the same time achieving environmental friendliness. Did you achieve that in 15 seconds or so?
No, I achieved it in 13.
Once we were going, we were even.
Were we?
Yeah, 100%. At least with the GLE, I was even. You won that, I assume.
Okay. Well, I mean, I easily won that. So,
yeah.
Roll race?
Where did BMW get their numbers from?
This probably has like 800 horsepower.
Right. This is by the numbers more horsepower and torque than that.
And that's barely heavier.
I know. I can't feel the torque. I've been saying that the days I've had it. It just
interesting.
It's different tuning.
Right.
Japan has nothing to prove, but just in case they do, let's do a roll race.
Let's do a roll race.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Karsten is in the mighty Mercedes GLE, which was pretty quick, actually, and I'm worried that in the roll race, I'm not going to slaughter the competition quite as much as I did there.
Three, two, one, go!
Oh, it's close! Oh, it's neck and neck!
These are quite evenly matched.
I'm with the GLE, just outpacing me. Oh, they both are.
But it looks like the BMW just takes it. Woo! Okay, so I'm about to get an earful. That's what's going to happen right now.
That was... How was like that? How was like that? How was like that? Ah? That's bloody close.
It's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
How many cylinders you have?
6.
How many do I have?
6. This is batting so far above its weight.
It is really bad.
Those cost tens of thousands of dollars more.
Yeah.
If you had something in its own class, I'm just saying.
Well, I happen to have something in its own class,
No, I know.
and I'm going to go get it now.
Ready
And
to
what am I?
lose?
I'm just going to get beaten because it just about took down an X5.
Yeah.
Basically, what happened there was your transmission isn't quite as snappy as this,
No, you were pulling at the top end,
but barely,
but just enough.
barely.
Yeah, honestly, I think it was like that.
Yeah.
At the, like, what's less than a car's length? I guess you just say less than a car's length.
I'm going to go get the Palisade now.
All right. Yeah, come on. It's time to destroy Hyundai. You know. Okay. That's not a bad looking SUV, actually. It's possible somehow that a Mazda CX-90 still launches slower than the Hyundai, but I'm so sure that I've got him in the top end.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so I'm definitely quicker than Thomas if he accidentally leaves it in reverse.
Confirm that reverse works in this car quite well, actually. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, it's even! And I'm pulling. Ooh. Oh yeah, I'm off. I'm off. Kodo Takumi. There we go. Easy win. That is face saved, preserved. So the CX-90 is a monster. All right, so there you have it.
Yeah.
30 grand less, and it keeps up with the BMW and the Mercedes.
I mean, I'm quite impressed, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it doesn't match them in every single way. And listen, we've gone over the design when we first looked at the reveal of this, so we're just going to quickly chat about driving impressions, because I've lived with it. Thomas, you did a little
Did some dynamics testing.
dynamics.
Yep.
But yeah, the suspension is obviously simpler. It doesn't ride on air suspension, so that's a difference. It's
Yeah.
not as composed, it doesn't feel as sophisticated.
No.
The steering is better.
The steering is better than the X5, no
And
question.
it's perfectly weighted. The CX-50 I found is overweighted.
Yes.
This is perfect. I like this. If you want to be the dynamic SUV with the slightly heavier steering feel, I think they've really nailed it on this.
But I mean, the biggest thing though, the biggest news is that they've turned the engine and driven the rear wheels first, right? And when you open the hood, you can see that, like a BMW, the bulk of that inline six is behind the line of the axle. So when I was just like driving it around quickly, it rotates as you turn into a corner. Like the rear starts to come around, not as much as the X5, I will
Right.
say, but most front-wheel drive-based SUVs, when you try and do that, they just plow. They just understeer.
But I don't
so
think...
it's better.
For all the pros and amazing stuff they say about it...
I'm a pro, thank you for noticing.
I don't think that this is an exciting car. I think Mazda's kind of new direction is serious calm. And I think they've done this well, although... With that, you think insulation and quiet, and I think we actually tested it. This is about as quiet as the Hyundai Palisade, and not as quiet as the German still. So, it's 30 grand less, but in many ways, it is 30 grand less car.
Well, in some ways, but though,
but not performance, obviously.
It's marginal. Do you know what I mean? It's not. I could see why you would buy this and go I don't need to spend 20 or 30 grand more on a German SUV that's going to probably be less reliable, right?
Well, I always think of the Genesis as the one that takes down the Kings for less, but the Genesis GV80
is expensive.
It's like 90 grand.
I know.
With the 3.5. So
and the interior of this is very nice. The seats aren't very comfortable. Again,
I don't know why they do the harsh seats.
really sucks at that. Yeah.
They're fine. They're just, if you like seats on the firmer side, right? Someone out there is going, but for my back. So for that it works. They've gone the full Bentley Bentayga with the steering wheel.
I like the suede on this one. The one that we saw in California had there's a name for the stitch. I forgot it then, and I have forgotten it now.
This is the optional tan Napa.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. I like the suede style. It's very soft, and everything seems well made.
And you can't touch the touchscreen while moving.
That's stupid.
But that's Audi thing as well.
Yeah, I don't know what that is about. They've got that wrong.
I think this is a bit of a win, this car.
No, it's good looking. It's quick, quite quick.
Yeah,
right.
Quite quick.
For the money, it
makes a good case for itself.
I just want to see this drivetrain put in a Mazda 6. Give me an inline 6.3 series.
There are people asking for it in the Miata. Do it.
Do it. 100%.
Just do it.
The CX90 then absolutely moves the game forward for Mazda. Yes, the Germans ride softer and have better body control, but make no mistake, when moving, the CX90 has the performance of a much, much more premium German offering, for not a very German price at all. Somehow, despite Mercedes and BMW's many years of developing rear-wheel drive-based luxury SUVs, Mazda has come out of the gate with one that feels almost every bit as impressive for far, far less. It even undercuts quite significantly the price of things like the Acura MDX Type S and the Genesis GV80, and somehow it still feels all Mazda. In our minds, that's quite a win. Thanks for watching.